Dan Willis here, and we're talking about how to clear bad credit. And first and foremost, we need to talk about the law that actually gives you this right, and that's called the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. That law entitles you and every consumer to dispute any item on your credit report that you believe is inaccurate, questionable, or made in error. Furthermore, that law says the maximum amount of time that the vast majority of items can remain on your credit report is for 7 years. However, there is no minimum amount of time that any item must remain on your credit report. That's only the maximum, the 7 long, expensive, and embarrassing years. And if you'd like a free consultation with a certified FICO professional, you can call toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, next here, the first step of clearing bad credit is to get current copies of all 3 of your credit reports. You can do that for free thanks to some new laws at annualcreditreport.com. Now, once you get your credit reports, you need to review them in detail for any of those dings, those less than positive debt collections, charge-offs, repossessions, foreclosures, tax liens, even late payments. As FICO openly says, a debt collection, one of the most common types of bad credit, that can drop your credit score by up to 100 points. So please review each of those 3 credit reports and find the items that you'd like to challenge and potentially remove. Now, you also want to keep an eye out for errors on your credit report. FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, spent 8 years studying this, and they found that 1 in 5 Americans' credit reports contains an error. Furthermore, 1 in 10 Americans' credit reports contains an error significant enough to be damaging and dropping their credit score. And if you'd like a free credit consultation with a certified FICO professional, you can call toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, this next step is the actual dispute process. Once you identify these items, there's 3 ways you can file your credit bureau dispute. You can do it online, over the phone, or by old-fashioned snail mail. Once the credit bureaus receive your dispute and find it valid, then they'll conduct an investigation. When they investigate, they're going to contact that company, that collection agency, that lender, that creditor, and ask them to verify your account and the relevant information. If your account is not verified, then in accordance with the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the credit bureaus must remove that item from your credit report. That's proven to be one of the most effective ways of getting these bad credit, negative, derogatory, questionable, and errors off of your credit report. However, the big challenge is the credit bureaus and their $4 billion a year industry. They only spend money investigating consumer disputes. In other words, there's a very clear financial motive and financial interest for them to avoid consumer disputes. This is why they've been fined over and over and over again by the Federal Trade Commission for violating consumer rights. Furthermore, 60 Minutes recently exposed how difficult and challenging it is for the average consumer to get the credit bureaus to even respond to them, let alone actually investigate an item on their credit report. And one of the politricksters of our days is actually investigating the credit bureaus and says that they operate in direct violation of the law. Now, if you'd like a free credit consultation with a certified FICO professional, you can call toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, once the credit bureaus actually get your dispute and find it valid, then they're going to investigate. But they get roughly 8 million disputes annually from consumers. They are only interested in avoiding consumer disputes because it costs them money. The FTC has fined them over and over and over again for violating consumer rights. Now, this last section here, we're going to talk about dealing with debt collectors, this snarky, aggressive, slime-ball-y industry. When debt collections Debt collections is one of the most common types of bad credit, but one of the sneaky and even illegal ways that they'll continue to report bad credit about you is to re-age consumer accounts. See, you're only legally responsible for a specific time period for the vast majority of types of consumer debt. Once that time window expires, then the debt is forgiven, and that applies to the vast majority. One of the few exceptions is defaulted student loans. Now, you can do this yourself or you can hire a professional to help, but one of the most effective and powerful weapons to fight back against debt collectors is to request debt validation. This is your right granted by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA. And if the collection agency does not validate your debt, then your debt is forgiven. Moreover, if they're following the laws, they're supposed to contact all three of the credit bureaus to have them remove that collection from your credit report, because that's damaging and dragging your credit score down. As FICO says, that can be damaging your credit score by up to 100 points. Now, if you'd like a free credit consultation with a certified FICO professional, you can call toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Again, that's for a free credit consultation with a certified FICO professional. And the toll-free phone number is 1-877-418-7596. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full scoop. We also have a free report available there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Please subscribe and join our congregation. Have a terrific day and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.